it drives you crazy, and as fans, is then you see the Richard Rodgers play where he held it, looked around, fourth different read, and then Rodgers was able to break wide open in the end zone. So you're just like, there's times when you see the flashes of it. I mean, but it's been absolutely horseshit. He's just been absolute horseshit.
Absolutely, some great plays. We can't ignore that fact that he had like 3 great plays today, but there's too many mistakes and too much bad. Like you said, the one to Alshon, why are we even throwing that ball right there? Just throw it away. Why are we trying to loft up the Alshon? Now, granted, Alshon didn't jump, but what are we doing? What are we accomplishing by that? Not to mention it's going to be 2 yards short of the end zone, and we have hardly any time left. What are you trying to accomplish with that throw? That's the shit that's mind-numbing to me. I don't care about a high throw if he's throwing to the right target. I care about the stupid decisions and the not knowing your reads type of shit. That's the shit that can't happen when you're this late into your career and you're supposedly a star quarterback. That shit can't happen.
Factual.
No, absolutely. And like I said, back to that other guy's comment. Like, I mean, what are you going to do? You're just going to continue to give him passes, dude? Like, grow up, man. Like, there's a lot of teams that have bad offensive lines. And then once again, when you're talking about the weapons, like, you can't have it both ways, right? Last year, you had your little red rocket out probably the last 4 games, and you had your little fucking Wentz flag and got you in the playoffs, and you were so excited, right? And then now this year with more weapons. Okay, so I don't care. I understand injuries happen, but you would say that they probably have more. You'd have some more weapons, right? I mean, you'd have to be a fucking asshole to say, all these guys have so many weapons, and he doesn't have anybody, and our O-line sucks. No kidding, right? But that's it's like, come on, dude. Like, we're talking about the decision making. You know what I mean? Like, I understand he's under pressure. I see. We said that weeks ago when we were trying to defend him, when we were giving him a pass early on. It was like, hey, this dude's constantly under duress. He's getting sacked 6-7 times. He's the pressure's ungodly, and we get it. You know what I mean? And some guys were hurt. Like Rieger was hurt and stuff. And Ertz wasn't doing anything. So. But I mean, guys are starting to come back now. He's got his weapons. The excuses have to stop, from that side. You know what I mean? Like, there's the people that hate him. Then there's the people that are just going to blindly defend him. And then there's going to be people in the middle like us that are just going to call it the way we see it. I don't understand why it has to be left or right. I mean, I understand that's the world we live in. So people just can't fucking use their eyes sometimes.
Sleeps, that's my kid too, right? Like that's a guy I love, and I've been extremely critical of him the last couple of weeks, and I think he should have been sat down today. So you got to take the blinders off sometimes and say, hey, this guy it's not about the weapons, not about all that. It's about some of the decision making. It's about making plays with your feet. Then it's about doing the other things. You are paid $100 million to make up for the flaws, and he hasn't. And I'm not blaming all of it on him, but he needs it. But as a franchise guy, you make big plays. Donovan McNabb made up for flaws. You know what I'm tired of? Donovan McNabb in this city made up for flaws all day. All freaking day. All day and got crucified. And all he did was make up for fucking flaws on this offense all day, and people smoked them. So if you think I was the biggest 5 guy around, okay, if you think I'm going to sit here at blind loyalty to 11, okay, because of 2017, you're all crazy now. You're all crazy. You got the wrong guy. All right? I love my football team. I love to keep the glass half full, but the glass is fucking empty right now. All right? And anybody think it's even a drips? They're not even a drip. There ain't even a drip in there. It's so hard.
We'd have a home playoff game if the season ended today.
Knock it off, Wells. I'm sorry. I can't defend you.
Could you imagine this team having a home playoff game? We stink. We're beyond bad. We're beyond bad. That's amazing to me. It's amazing. We fucking stink. I know we're giving Carson a lot right now, and he deserves a lot because he's played like shit, but the whole team stinks. Like I said, no one's ready to play. We haven't been ready to play for 2 years. Doug fucking stinks. I'm ready to clean house. We can make the playoffs, and I'll still clean house because I'm fucking fed up with Doug. And Howie's got to go too. They're joined at the hip.
Well, that's the thing, Wells. Then everybody would be joined at the hip, and that would mean 11 would go too because it's a hip party, right? It's a hip party. So I mean, that's the only thing I can say to that, and that's fine. Listen, at this point, like you could fire everybody and clean it all out, and I can't argue with you. You know what I mean? I can't argue with it. Mario, there's nothing to say to me. You understand me?
Sorry for that noise. That was CeeDee Lamb getting smoked across the middle.
Mario,
I saw that.
Mario, there's nothing to say to me. See, now I'm going to come in hot because I love this is what this, you know what I mean? Hold on. And then, Mario, there's nothing to freaking say to me. I just smoked the guy. What else do you want to say? All right? You guys are all in love with another quarterback that's never coming home. You fell in love with the girl who's never coming home. Do you understand? You fell in love with the girl who's sleeping with everybody, and you're still texting her. Okay, that's the girl you fell in love with. Okay? This organization did him a disservice in 2018.
Trying to make a housewife.
Yep. You should have shipped Nick out in 2018. Should have never stepped foot on this football field week 1. All right. So you did your franchise quarterback a disservice then. You did him a service again now, and guess what he said to you? I'm not good enough anyway. So what else do you want me to tell you? He's not good enough. Can he change? Sure. Doesn't look like it right now. It's bad. And there's no excuses here. The bad football, a bad organization right now, a bad head coach, and a bad quarterback, bad offensive line, bad everything. But $100 million makes up for it. So if I never crushed Donovan McNabb, and Wilson knows that. I never would hit McNabb because he always made up for the flaws. And smart football fans see that. He hasn't made up for any flaws in 2020. You understand? He made up for flaws in 2019 at the end of the year. Yeah, sure he did. He did. He did make up for flaws at the end of the year. New year, what have you done for me lately? And lately has been atrocious. When Sweep said decision-making, right? All the decision-making. I mean, the balls that get picked off by him or taking a safety, right, or holding the ball too long, that's trust.
Oh.
That's and it's trust.
And it's not just